Good morning. It's day number 14 of my sabbatical to 50. And I am so happy to see you guys here today. I have been at this now officially for 2 weeks. And when I first started this 100-day journey to transform my body, to transform my mindset, little did I know some of the challenges I would face and the things, the adversity, I guess, that I've been going through. So I have persevered, and I want that to be an encouragement to you guys, because I know a lot of people run into adversity when they try something new or try to do something for themselves, and you start to psych yourself out. So coming in, guys, welcome. Thanks for being here today. I've had so many people write me and say, please keep doing these morning updates on your walk, because I enjoy them and I learn so much. So please interact. I think a lot of the questions that you guys have and your input is what helps to make this go so well. But thank you for being here. The meat police, be careful, get enough electrolytes, eat enough fat for energy. Meat police. You know who you're talking to, right? I mean, I appreciate it. Careful, I'm not sure what the careful is about. Getting enough electrolytes. I have about 5 to 6 of those packets of Element every day. So I'm getting plenty of electrolytes, I assure you. Plus I'm salting all of my food. And then, of course, eating fat for fuel. I wrote a whole book about it. So, yeah, I got it, man. Don't you worry about me. But I'm out here. It's just before 7 a.m. I'm on my little trail. I love this little trail here. This little part of it is so glorious. It's so beautiful. I walked through a cobweb yesterday, so that wasn't so fun. But I do enjoy this little trail. It's literally like a 5-minute walk from my house to get to this trail. So, love it. And somebody on Facebook was like, you're always talking about this hill that you have to climb up. I want to see the hill. I'm like, do you watch my videos? I show the hill literally all the time. So anyway, thank you for coming along on day 14 of my sabbatical to 50. And so, as I have been doing from the very beginning of this, I'm taking on a theme each day, but I'm very welcome to your questions and your feedback as we go along. But I do have a theme here about every challenge you ever attempt. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a fitness journey, if it's something you're just challenging yourself on, every challenge needs to have a why, have a reason. What is driving you? And I'll tell you what brought this topic up was yesterday on this walk. I had this lady say, well, I did 75 hard and then I fell off and I accomplished it, but then I didn't get motivated to do more after it was over. And now I just can't get the motivation to get started. And so my first question to her was, what's your why? What is your reason? What is it that gets you up in the morning and gets you to be consistent? What is that thing that's driving you? And I would argue, if you can't get started, if you have a propensity to procrastinate, you don't have a why. You don't. And so you got to figure that out. I have stated very clearly what my why is on this journey. And it's definitely not weight loss, although weight loss will come. It was so funny. Somebody on Facebook wrote a comment on one of the posts I did yesterday. And they're like, you really shouldn't be paying attention to weight loss. I'm like, have you listened to any of my videos? Like, I don't give a shit about the weight loss at all. Yes, it'll be obvious I'm losing weight with the pictures that I post and things like that. But no, weight on a scale, I'm over that game. And please be over that game, by the way. If your why is to get down 50 pounds or whatever, stop that. I think that's what keeps us so paralyzed, is we allow ourselves to go down this path of having our why be defined by something we can't have a lot of control over. You can control some factors through diet and exercise and things like that would move the scale weight. You can't control how much muscle you put on. You can't control how much bloat for you ladies around your time of the month you're gonna have. Why are you putting all of the emphasis on this stupid gravity detecting device? That's all a scale is. It's your pull of gravity against the earth device. Doesn't tell you a damn thing. So if you're making the scale your why, yeah, stop that. Which is why mine has not been weight oriented. Mine has been body composition oriented. And I did post some pictures yesterday for the first 12 days, how this has gone. And you can very obviously see in my belly that I have lost a significant amount of fat right there in the middle in a very short amount of time. And so that was one of my whys, was how do I get that accomplished? All these things I'm doing, I knew if done in tandem, something's got to give, that has to start going. And I hope that continues. And not hope, I know it will continue on. But there are other whys. Like, look, I'm at a transitionary period in my life where I feel like I need to be in the best shape that I can possibly be. I desire to have companionship. I desire to have someone in my life who will care about me and vice versa. How do I expect them to care about me if it looks like I'm not caring about me? And so that's a why. I'm also not scared of this Black Plague thing out there, but I also know that if I don't take care of my body, that it could be a little worse for me than if I did take care of my body. So that's another why. So why can be on a multifaceted level, many, many layers of things. And I just mentioned 3 or 4 of them there, but there's a lot of them. And you let those whys get you out of bed in the morning, get you up, get you to walking. And somebody wanted to see the hill. This is for them. It doesn't look like it on camera, but I promise you, this is about to go straight up. It's brutal. But the reason I'm willing to go on that is I have a why. I have a very, very strong why. And even though I took a tumble and fell Saturday, scraped up my right leg, twisted and sprained my left ankle, which is doing good, by the way, and tweaked my left wrist, I'm out here. I've got a bigger purpose, a bigger meaning with all of this. And the moment you lose your meaning and your purpose and your why is the moment you will become demotivated to whatever challenge you put your way. And yes, I'm on that hill now, so I'm gonna get better where I will get on this hill and it won't near wear me out. I don't guess wear out is the word. I don't get wore out. It's just I have to belabor the breathing a little bit because here, I'll show you again. It might be hard to see the angle, but I'm literally climbing a hill here. In fact, the other day, Saturday, when I fell, they were having the race out here and they were directing people to go on the road here because it's flatter, because up the trail, it's very steep. And so here I am doing it, and willingly so. Like I love the whole walk, but these hills, the one going this way and the one going back, those are the ones where I test my will of how bad I want this, how bad that why burns white hot within me. Because if it wasn't real, this would suck. But because it is real, my why, bring it. This is the means to an end to get to my why, to have all those things that I desperately desire in my heart. And if you don't have that, that thing that's driving you. Figure it out. And even if you're not currently on a journey, it's good to evaluate that. Because, again, this doesn't just apply to a fitness and health journey. This applies to anything in your life. Maybe you want to start a business and you're like, I just don't know where to start. I know it's going to fail. I don't. And you talk yourself, there's a bug that just went in my face. You talk yourself out of it before you get started. And it all comes back to you didn't have a solid reason why you were doing this. So, all right. I successfully got to the top of the hill. So now I'm on the main part of the trail. Let's see what you guys have to say today. Lady Lixel, how's your scraped leg? So the scraped leg, massively better. It's still scraped, of course, but I think it's starting to scab over pretty well. I actually got to lay on my right side last night, the first couple days, Saturday and then yesterday, for the sleep. It was not so pleasant laying on the side, but it's still sensitive, but it's not the issue. And then my left ankle continues to get better. I'm walking on it just fine. I actually have tested it really hard on stairs. So I wanted to put full weight on it, ready to take the weight off if it started to hurt. And yeah, it twinges when I walk the stairs, but not enough for me to go, okay, I need to stop. It's actually getting stronger. So thank you to CBD oil and compression therapy, the ice baths. I think having it under the ice water has helped lower the inflammation and help it heal. Compression bandages. Yeah. And I'm walking with nothing on it today. Just straight up letting it become an angle again. But thank you for asking. Meat police. All right. I appreciate your input, the meat police, but if you're not going to be encouraging here, I mentioned this yesterday, if you're not going to be an encouragement to someone who is on a health journey, then you're not welcome here. I have nothing else to say to you if you're not going to be encouraging. This shit pisses me off. And yes, I get very angry at this because when someone is putting themselves out there and they're making an effort to better themselves, the last thing you do is kick them in the nuts. And your comment right there just kicked me in the fucking nuts. All right? Stop that bullshit or you will never see anything I do ever again. Got it? See, guys, I don't get angry, but when I do, get the hell out of my way because I will block your ass so fast. And don't let me hear another comment from you. This is your final warning. That's all I got to say. So, guys, welcome in. If you just got here, day number 14 of my Staybatical 250. And I'm out here on my first walk of the day. Trying not to get run over. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm looking at the comments. I brought up the topic today. Every challenge needs a why to succeed. So if you're struggling to get started, if you're procrastinating, it could be that you haven't figured out why you're doing what you're doing or why you want to accomplish this goal. Figure that out. Figure it out sooner than later, because the sooner you figure it out, the quicker you can start working towards your goal and becoming successful. Because look, you will never succeed until you figure that part out. I've come to the conclusion, all these people say, well, I've tried keto and it just never works. I just fail on it. I miss my bread. I want a sugary thing. Can I have something sweet? Okay. What's your why? If your why is you want to be healthier, are those things going to make you healthier? Obviously not. But if your why is, well, I feel obligated to do something, but I don't want to give up all the things that give me perceived happiness. And I think we all chase after a lot of things that are only perceived happiness, not actual happiness. And I know I'm stepping on some toes because you're thinking of things you have in your life right now that you're now realizing, crap, that's just perceived happy. I'm not actually happy. I want you to think about those things that would make you happy, would make you fulfilled, would make you motivated to push yourself when you don't want to push. What is it that will get you back out on a walking trail 2 days after twisting the crap out of your ankle? Those are the things that will drive you. That's what you need to tap into. Good morning, Ashton. Thank you for being here. Cynthia, thank you. She said, so inspirational. I'm trying to show that even though I've been at this for a very long time, we can all still learn. We can all still motivate ourselves. And I want to show my followers that I talk the talk and I walk the walk. It's so easy to go on a podcast and just talk about things, but unless you're living it out, quite frankly, people don't always believe you. And so I'm talking the talk, but I'm also walking the walk. Even though that walk is sometimes limpy, I have to limp a few times on the walk. It's still walking. It's still showing and putting feet literally to the words of my mouth. So that's what we're doing here today. We need to be our own why. Yes, Ashton, yes. Do it for you. Like, look, Jimmy's a pretty cool guy, and I've had to convince myself of that. And Jimmy's doing it for Jimmy first, but I've got lots of other whys. And I mentioned this in a post yesterday. One of my wise guys, one of my wise guys is showing the haters just how wrong they are. A lot of people have tried to define who I am based on what they've seen online, and they don't know me. They don't know anything about me. They're not interested in knowing anything about me. They just want to spew little bullet points of things they think about me and not actually get to know me, encourage me, show some love, kindness, and compassion. That's not interesting to them. They just want to spew. And so one of my goals and one of my whys is to prove them wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's not the only thing, because if that was the only thing, that would be a bad why. But it, along with all those other things and many other things, is what continues to drive me. Prague Queen says you're burning so many more calories doing that walk while you're talking the whole time. Thank you. She said, bravo. Thank you. I was listening to some music and watching some YouTube videos while I was doing these walks. And when I first started, and I got to thinking, wait, there's people up this time of day. Yes, it's very early, East Coast time. West Coast, obscenely early. But people have been watching the replays, and I've been posting it on YouTube and Facebook and everywhere. And yeah, you guys actually helped me get through the walk. I have lots of thoughts about a lot of things, so it does provide a double service for me. Plus, it's an outlet for me to express how I'm feeling in the midst of this. I might look back on this someday when I reach the other side of this and I'm in a much better place, hitting all my goals and all that. And this will be basically the daily diary of how it all went down. So that's exciting. I also like the fact that I'm 17 years into my journey beginning, And I have a lot of knowledge from all the podcast interviews and my own research and book writing and all the things, so that not only am I going through a journey, I'm able to teach along the way. And I've been doing a lot of mindset stuff in my own work over the past couple of years, and so a lot of that's coming out in me as well. So thank you. Yes, it's a nice release for me. Pink Puggy says, walking doesn't have to suck. Listen to good music. Time flies by and you'll start enjoying it. Yes. No, walking has never sucked for me. And I have listened to music. I have listened to and watched some YouTube videos. And now I'm doing lives with you guys. Plus, this time of day, it's like 64, 65 degrees. This time of day is perfect weather. Later in the day, it's been 90 something again this week. So I'm like, yeah, screw the afternoon walk. No. And that's something else too, by the way, that I was doing 2 60-minute walks a day. And I still want to do that. But I thought with my left ankle still being kind of shaky, let's get in the 1 60-minute walk and let that strengthen some more before I push it to 2 again. And plus, by the time that heals, maybe that really, really hot temperatures will go away. We're really close, like within the next couple of weeks or so, of those 90s being gone for the rest of the year, because that's brutal. I can handle 80, but 90 something is pretty rough. This is the Jimmy I love. Thank you, Russ. I don't know if that was during my little rant against the hater, but thank you. I try to always be authentically me. And if it means I speak my mind, I speak my mind. And I think people appreciate that. A lot of people try to be nice. And I'm nice. Trust me, I'm nice. But you cross me and you say something stupid, I'm gonna call your ass out. So that's just my style. Tom says, I am also on my walk. Well, walking buddies. Maybe that's what I should do. I'd be like, okay, we're all gonna go out for a walk at 7 a.m. Eastern time. My West Coasters are like, dude, that's 4 a.m. Yeah, not you guys. But it's nice. It's nice when you've got company out on your walk. Whew. Do you count the steps or do you go by distance, says Cynthia? Neither one, actually. I go by time. So, elapsed time on the clock. It's a 60-minute walk. So when I first started, and I would go 60 minutes, the halfway point was 30 minutes. Actually, used to be right here. This is my old halfway point when I first started. And now I've picked up the pace of my walking, that I go all the way down to this street. I hit it a few days ago, Caldwell Drive. And when I hit it, looks like I've got about 3 or 4 more minutes to hit the halfway point. So I'm going at a pretty good, oh shit. Wow, that thing started stinging the shit out of my ear. Woo! Ow. You guys see that bee go in my ear? Damn. Oh, he stung me. Oh. I needed a little more adrenaline, apparently. Wow. Wow, that bee got me good. Oh. It came on me very quick. Hang on, guys. I'm in a lot of pain. That bee stung the shit out of my ear. Hey. That's gonna swell up like a you-know-what. Yes, real time. You're seeing me in a lot of pain. I don't feel the ankle anymore, if that helps. Damn. All right. Anybody that says I'm not committed can go screw yourself, because I just got stung in the ear. Inside the ear, actually. By a bee. Oh, that hurts so bad. Sorry, hang on a second, guys. I'm trying hard to regain my composure, but I did not expect my ear to get stung. The pain's not gone away. I'm just trying to tolerate it. And yes, I'm on the verge of tears. That hurts like hell. All right, I'm coming up on Caldwell Drive. This has been my new halfway point, and it looks like I'm almost exactly on time. I got about 30 seconds left, and by the time 30 seconds comes, I'll be at there. Oh, that's gonna blow up like a Christmas tree. Oh. I don't know if you can see, but I got stung really bad right there. Oh, goodness gracious. I was not expecting that today. I'm trying so hard, guys. I'm in so much pain from that. Who knew that walking could be so hazardous to your health? Just kidding. All right, guys. Caldwell Drive. Turning around. So no, I don't count steps. I don't count distance. I just do 60 minutes. And so getting back to you, Cynthia, I know you asked that a million years ago, but I've had a few things happen since then. So Caldwell Drive for now, but my goal is to keep going down the trail at some point and then finding a new halfway point and turning around. And I'm only 2 weeks into this, and I've already made up a whole lot of new ground in just the first 2 weeks. So I know as I continue to lose some of the belly fat, I'll be able to walk even faster. And look, I walk fast already. So this is not new for me. Ashton says, heading to the gym after your live. Yes, no bees to sting you inside of a gym, Ashton. I love being outside, but that is one of the things that you have to be on the lookout for. That thing came out of nowhere. I didn't see no bee. All of a sudden it was in my ear and sting, and I was hurting. Jules says, hi, Jay. Wow, someone was nasty. Geez, checking in at my night, saying hi is really fun. Yes, Jules. I appreciate you being there. I've got a lot of friends in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, all over the world that watch these. All right, I think the pain is finally, either I'm tolerating it and I've gotten used to the pain, or it's actually going down now. I feel like it's blowing up pretty good. At least it physically feels hot and swollen. All right. Whew. All right, good morning, love your energy. Thank you, DJ Positive, Proof Positive. I try to bring super energy on camera because number one, it's nothing worse and nothing more boring than hearing, so I'm out on my walk today. Yeah, it's kind of fun. And so got stung by a bee. Nobody would watch that. So, no, energy is my jam. So thank you. And plus, what am I, about 20 hours fasted now. Gonna break it in a few hours here. There's the old halfway point. So it shows you how far I have blown past where I first started. And again, guys, this is 2 weeks today, 14 days. This is my 14th day of the sabbatical to 50. So, Prog Queen, I really need to hear this. I lost focus on my why lately. I didn't realize it until I heard your message. Yes. Yeah, I think sometimes, thank you, Prog Queen. Sometimes we get so caught up in our day-to-day that we lose focus and forget about what drives us. And it's so easy to just fall prey to, well, I'm just going through life. And then suddenly you lose interest in things that you used to be interested in greatly. So I'm glad I could be a facilitator of rekindling that fire for you. Screw the haters. Be you, do you, for you. Oh, Ashton, I just take offense on a live, though. Why come on a live to somebody that's physically walking, physically doing a journey, fucking getting stung in the ear by a bee, and then he's like, well, what you're doing sucks, and what you're taking is toxic. You just need to get your act together, blah, 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 blah. Who does that? Like, look, I know humanity has kind of become the depravity of society these days. Nobody knows how to be human anymore. But I still know how to be human. And I refuse to be mistreated like that. It's not just that it's a hater. I don't know who this person is. It's that they had the gall to think it was appropriate on a live video to do that. So I will call that out. I've noticed I haven't seen anything new from that person yet. Maybe I'll keep scrolling and see something, but yeah. I don't put up with that shiz. I just don't. Berkeley says, I'm tired of all my excuses. I do believe keto is the best way to get and maintain health. I haven't always walked the walk. Decided to get real with myself. Berkeley, that's great. But you can have all the knowledge of keto, all the, yeah, I need to do this, but you got to figure out that why. Is there something in your life that's driving you to want to do those things? Not just that you need to, not that you know it's the right thing to do, but what is driving you? What is making you want to do it? You figure that out, can't stop, won't stop. Ever, ever. Minnie Mary, let's hope, I hate a 90-degree Thanksgiving here in South Carolina. You never know. Yeah, I mean, I've had 32-degree Halloweens before in South Carolina. So you do just never know. Let's put it this way. I'm going all the way to December the 10th with this 100-day journey. At some point, there will be some friggin' cold mornings. So maybe my philosophy will shift once it gets significantly cooler, that instead of going out early so it's not too hot, going out later so it's not too cold. Although I love the cold, I would be out here in 30-something degrees in short and t-shirt. So fast I would. Anybody that knows me, I'm a year-round shorts and t-shirt guy. And so I love it. So plus the body temp warms up as you're doing this, and I walk at a pretty good clip. And by the time it would get super cold here in a few months, I should be way fitter and probably practically running or jogging at least. I don't imagine that because I don't like to run or jog, but I probably don't like it because I'm middle heavy right now, but we're working on that. Sorry you got stung. You're being tested every day. Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm so tested. Oh, that thing just came out of nowhere. I was just walking and talking to you guys, and suddenly I feel this thing inside my ear, and I'm swiping at it. I think I said an expletive. And next thing I know is I feel the pain of the sting. That were not fun. The force is working against you. Stay strong, says Mary. Thank you, Mary. Yes, I know what it is. That was actually a vegan drone. They don't like that I'm showing you can be strong and powerful eating just a animal-based diet and fasting. So they had a little drone disguised as a bee. They've just injected me with their venom. Sorry, I can't help myself. If you need to get off the trail, we understand. Oh, hell no. I'm not letting a bee sting slow me down. Look, the other day when I fell and skin up my right leg and not knowing I'd hurt my left ankle, I walked this whole trail, blood gushing down my leg, not knowing my left ankle was injured, and I did it. So no, ain't no bee gonna stop me, I promise you. Jules says maybe go seek medical attention. Well, if it gets really bad, I will. I'm gonna look at it when I get home. Definitely gonna put an ice pack on it. But it was kind of weird. Yes, I know, ice on it pronto. I'm about 20 minutes from home. So even if I had turned around when that happened, I was still so far away, I wouldn't even be home yet. So, yeah. The inflammation is real, that's for sure. Was it a yellow jacket there, Vicious Berkeley? I wasn't looking. All I know is I felt this thing inside my ear. I started slapping at my ear. And next thing I know, I got stung. So I didn't really get a look at it. I would crush its soul and its guts out if I could see it now. Although they do say when they sting you, they quickly die after. I don't know how true that is, but bee in the ear and you didn't even drop the camera, even remembered your train of thought. Impressive. Well, I am a professional broadcaster, so I guess professionalism always kicks in, DJ, at some point. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that part of the video because that's probably freaking hilarious. Maybe I'll do a clip of it on Instagram. See what you miss when you don't watch me live? That's something I wish I would have missed. But no, not in the cards. Love your videos. While we're locked down, you're making my day. Thank you, Jules, and sorry to hear what's happening in Australia, New Zealand. You guys are basically in a military state right now. They're not even allowing them to go outside, really do anything. So, hate that for you guys. Miss Stacia says, I can't believe people would hate on you and your journey. I love you and your passion towards helping people and now helping yourself. Thank you. I have always been about helping people and always been about lifting people up, being an encouragement, being a cheerful voice. A lot of people, they write to me and they're like, I just follow you because I feed off your energy. And I'm like, that's cool. I like that comment because I do try to bring energy that you can feed off of. And I've always had that. Well, since being low carb keto, I get tons of energy. A friend of mine texted me yesterday, how you doing on your little sabbatical thing? How's your energy? I said, well, my energy didn't suck before, but it sure doesn't suck now. And now I can say I'm over 20 hours fasted, got stung in the ear, got a tweaked ankle, blah, 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 blah. And I still have energy. That's my badge of honor today. I will take it. But thank you for those comments. Berkeley says her why is health. I want health while I still can make changes. Yes. And it's never too late. Berkeley's in her 70s, early 70s. Anybody can start at any time. And look, I'm turning 50 in December. And so I'm doing this for me because I want to be proud of however much longer the good Lord lets me be on this earth. I want to be proud of that, man. And while I've been able to accomplish a lot in my life, and I'm very grateful, I still don't feel like I've done the best thing I've ever done yet. I don't. As amazing as writing Keto Clarity and the Complete Guide to Fasting and all the book success, as a crowning achievement as it is to be a podcaster I don't think any of that compares to what's coming. I think I've got a bigger purpose in this world that has not yet been fulfilled. And I think this journey is probably the turning point of all that happening. And so for me, that drives me. That's another why that gets me up in the day. Going to need to send you a first aid kit on your walks. Yes, Mary. I had a friend of mine the other day that I texted my update, and she's like, you sure are getting injured a lot. Are you brittle? Are you overdoing it? I'm like, oh, come on. No, my low back thing happened because I was testing the tire a couple days before I started. And then Saturday I fell, so thus that injury. And now today a bee sting to the ear. Maybe I am prone to accident. I never thought about it. Let's don't curse me like that, though. I'm sure the hell not going to bring a first aid kit with me. Prog Queen, I'm thinking about walking with you tomorrow. I'm in your same time zone. What time do we start? So generally I try to get out here just before 7. But if you're watching and you see me go live and you're able to get out the door, definitely by 7 o'clock, I will already be walking. So just be ready right before 7. I think yesterday I was out at 6:47 and today it was like 6:53. So I did a 15-minute vibration plate therapy session right before I got on here. I was trying to like shake, rattle, and roll everything in my body. And now I'm walking, and as soon as I get back from the walking, I'm gonna pop into the infrared sauna. So got it all lined up here. Yes, Eastern time zone, Cynthia, that's right. But thank you guys for being here. I'm not hanging up yet. I'm just saying hello to the people that came in late. If you did come in late, I'm on day number 14 of my stay sabbatical to 50. And yeah, all the ups, downs, and in-betweens of this journey so far, I'm still here. I'm still doing it. And I still know what my why is. And so if you've started a journey, or you have a journey that you're embarking on, or if you're thinking about starting a journey, which I hope you are, at the 50-day mark of my journey, I'm inviting you guys to do your own 50 days of a journey. And so what is your why? I want to hear some of you guys. You might say your family, your kids, your health, but what is it? What's driving you? I want you guys to just express yourself, because I think I've expressed a few things that maybe you didn't think about, but just, is there something unique that is driving you? Tell me about this vibration plate. So Prog Queen, I actually did a whole post, a whole video actually, on the vibration plate, right at about a week or week and a half ago. I forget exactly when, but I was on the vibration plate and you could hear my voice shaking, and you can learn all about it. But in short, it's this little device you stand on and it starts to vibrate, and it vibrates your whole body, and the purpose is to help move your lymph fluid, because the lymph doesn't move on its own. It's got a lot of benefits. So go watch that video. It's on IGTV, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. But yeah, it's part of my stacked hacks that I'm doing, which for those of you that have not heard what I'm doing, it's so funny. I post these videos and people are like, I don't know what this stay sabbatical thing is, but whatever it is, keep it up. Okay. I feel like I haven't shut up about it, but it's a whole bunch of things. It's 2 60-minute walks a day. It's an infrared sauna session a day. It's an ice bath. It's grounding and sunshine. It's red light therapy. It's eating carnivore on the odd days, fasting on the even days. Meditation. Man, has that been the hard one. I have tried so hard to get my mind to relax, to do a meditation session. And if I'm being honest, I've actually dropped that most days. I'm having trouble with it. I want to still incorporate it at some point, but I need some help with that one. I could do a 60-minute walk like it's nobody's business. I could do most of these things, but 10 minutes trying to meditate is just killing me. And anybody else struggle with meditation? That's a hard one to get your mind to just relax and chill out. I don't know how you do that. I'm not wired that way, so. Good morning. There's the pretty dog everybody saw yesterday. So nobody has any why? What drives you? I want to see what drives you guys. Come on. You guys know, and maybe you've been down a journey and you lost a lot of weight, you got healthy, a keto journey, carnivore journey, whatever you've done, and you had a why. What was your why? And better question, once you hit your goal, what happened to that why? Did it still remain your why? Or did you allow it to fall by the wayside and forget about it? I'm curious because those things, they don't just go away. Like when I'm done with this 100 days and I see whatever results I see, my why won't disappear. I will still want to prove the haters wrong. I will still want to feel good in my own body as I approach 50 years old. I will still desire to have a companion in my life to care about, and them me. All those things will still exist. The why doesn't disappear. The why will continue to drive you and drive you to want to keep up the habits. Now you're talking. Jules says, I write and record and teach sometimes meditation. It started out as a teen. I needed it. And it's something that I desire, meditation. I've heard about it for years. I'm on my second hill. I'm gonna show the hill. Again, it doesn't look steep. It's pretty steep. Especially since my left ankle is starting to tweak on me a little bit, so I'm gonna go a little slower just so I don't hurt it. But meditation, definitely something I have wanted and desired, but I never knew how to do. So I would love to hear your secrets when you wake up, Jules, tomorrow. Mommy Orr says, health is my why. I always need to stay focused on that. I think we all should. If we've learned nothing else over the past 2 years, it's this. Get your body as healthy, strong, and fit as you possibly can. Because if you're healthy, strong, and fit, you're at least going to give yourself a fighting chance, no matter what happens in life. And the moment we let it slip by the wayside and not be our focus is the moment when we could fall prey to it. So good for you, making health your why. Pink Puggy says, I had a cause and it's ongoing. The health benefits are a bonus. Yes. If you have something that's driving you, you'll keep doing it. I think about all these people who start doing something about their health once their grandkids are born, for example. And they're like, oh, I want to be around to see the grandbabies grow up, graduate high school, get married, blah, blah, blah. And that's a good why. It's a common why that a lot of people have, and things that drive them to do what they do. Okay, I'm at the top of the hill now. There's still a little bit more of an incline, but the hardest part of that, I just finished. I write 5-minute meditations. That's the secret. I keep meaning to hang up, but I love your lives. Okay, good night. Yes, go to sleep, my dear. Thank you for being here. Heart and soul. My why is my husband. He lost 65 pounds, reversed so many of his health issues. We started in 2019 and continued going strong. The timing was perfect because we had no idea what 2020 would bring. Yes, it was perfect. And let me applaud you. If you kept going on the health journey in 2020, when we had more emotional stress put on us, which has not let up, by the way, than we've ever had before, that's impressive. That's impressive. Kudos to you and your husband for persevering. And yes, he definitely put himself in a much better position now that the Black Plague is out there. And people that get pissed off about me saying Black Plague and hokey pokey, get over it. I have to speak in code. You should know that by now. The social media overlords will censor you if you use the real words. I'm not interested in being censored, so. Ken Best says, I want to be able to keep taking care of my disabled husband. Feeling better is a bonus. Yes. Yes. I think wanting to be able to continue to do the things you like to do. Like, look, I've always been an active, outgoing person. I want to be that way until the day I die. Seriously. And I think I will be. I don't want to be these people that ends up older, starts to lose mental faculties and physical. I just don't see that happening. But a lot of people do. By the way, where I got stung in that ear earlier, I can't hardly hear. It's clogged now in that ear, which means I think the swelling is inside the ear as well. So definitely going to get an ice pack on that. Too bad I don't eat frozen vegetables anymore. I'd put a bag of peas right there. But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. This has been glorious so far in the first couple of weeks of doing all these biohacks. I have enjoyed thoroughly talking to you guys on a daily basis. And again, I'm in kind of a unique position because I have lots of knowledge and lots of things to say, even while I myself am going through this journey. Many people who go on a journey, they're so new they don't really have any knowledge. I'm the opposite. I've got all the knowledge, and yet I'm taking you on the journey too. But thank you, and I'm continuing to learn, by the way. I haven't figured everything out, and so going through this process has already taught me some things. So that's cool. Never stop learning. My why is to feel more self-confidence, to get what I want, like sensual fun and ability to play outside, says Miss Statius. Yes. I'm a big kid at heart. Everybody that knows me, I act like a big kid anyway. I want to keep being a big kid for the rest of my life. Berkeley says, I believe it's wrong for me to eat in a way that's detrimental to my health. It's self-abuse. Yes, we would not put up with people abusing a loved one in the way that we ourselves abuse ourselves. We wouldn't put up with it. And yet we do. Dale says, you got this. Yes. Heart and Soul 821, take some Benadryl for the bee sting. Not a bad idea. I'm going to play it by ear, but about how I handle this. I'm going to rub some CBD oil on it and see if that'll help. So what else interests you besides keto? Oh, Pink Puggy, you don't have enough time to know all the things that interest me. I'm a very diversified human being, which is funny when I start expressing some of that diversification in my work. People are like, stick to keto, stay in your lane. And I'm like, you do realize my life does not revolve around how I eat. not even a little bit. And so, yes, I eat that way, but no, it's not my life. So obviously, you guys know I have backyard chickens, so that's passion. I love romantic comedies, watch their movies. I like disc golf. If you've never played disc golf before, my friend who got me into it, Tom Naughton, I talked to him the other day. He was checking in on my journey. And usually he and I do a tournament on his farm in Tennessee because he's got an 18-hole course on his property. And so he was like, "Are you still coming?" I said, "Well, this journey ends December 10th. He's like, "Perfect weather. Come on then." So maybe when I'm done with the sabbatical to 50, I'll be heading to Tennessee to play a disc golf tournament, hopefully in a lot better shape than I am right now. Not that I think I'm in teetotal horrible shape. That's the funny thing too is, yes, I want to get fitter, but I'm pretty fit even though I'm bigger. I'm pretty healthy despite the weight on the body. These are all the things that people just don't wrap their heads around. How can you be healthy? You've got weight on the body. You can be, but I'm working to make the body match how I feel. So right now I need to figure out how I'm going to hear out of this ear because I still feel it swelling up. So, but thank you guys so much for being here. Hope you enjoyed today's updated video. I am trying to go live on my morning walks every day, same bat time, same bat channel, generally sometime around 7 a.m. Eastern. So if you want to join me, join me. I would love to have you. But thank you for being here today. And we'll be back again soon. Bye, guys.